troops. Well, this episode I want to talk to you about your marketing systems, or perhaps lack thereof. So guys, what I want to share with you is just, I guess, my general rules on marketing here. First thing is, make a marketing budget. Alright, you got to determine what you're able to commit to doing marketing in your company. And very, very few individuals I meet do that when I first meet them. Now, my rough rule of thumb, I can only tell you what I do, but any company that I build, and I've built 5 very large organisations, each of them multi-million-dollar organisations, each company I spend an absolute minimum of 10% of the gross turnover on my marketing budget. Alright, so you work out what works for you, but if you're spending any less than 5% of your gross, you're kidding yourself. I always work on 10. Because I want to grow fast and I want to get great results. I want to build a business and structure it ready for sale in 3 to 5 years. That's what I want to do. That's my game plan. What's yours? Now, the next thing I want you to do with your marketing, you must realise that it's got to be direct response. Now, unless you've got squillions of dollars and you don't mind throwing your money away on image advertising and branding, as all these organisations talk about, unless you want to throw that money away, you need to know exactly what response you're getting from your marketing. So that means that it needs to be direct response, and better, it needs to be emotional direct response. So please ensure that you don't worry so much, don't listen to people saying, oh, it's got to be branding and you've got to be in front of them forever, yada, yada, yada. Rubbish! Okay, you put an ad out there, you spend the money on that ad, you should get a direct response. Okay, if you spend $1, you should get at least $2 or $3 coming back on the other side. Okay, now, on top of that, when I say immediate response, allow 1 or 2 months when you put the ads in, because people need to think and ponder, etc., etc. But here's the other principle I want you to think about. When you do your marketing, you must have a follow-up system. Now, especially in direct marketing, a lot of people try flyers and postcards. And what they do is they'll send out their flyers or their postcards, and they'll send it out once, and they'll send it to maybe 15,000 people, and their budget's only big enough to send it out once for those 15,000 people. I want you to stop all that. This is why you need your budget. What I want you to make sure you do is go to just say 5,000 people. It is far better for you to mail 5,000 people 3 times than it is to mail 15,000 people once. I'm telling you, I'm begging with you, I'm pleading with you. Make sure that you follow my advice here, because I tell so many people and maybe 1 out of 20 will listen, but you're the exception, I know that, so please follow that advice. Another thing is, whatever you do, you must have a systemised and organised follow-up system. You see, it takes anything up to 7 touches these days for people to make a decision on buying something. What do I mean by touching? Well, okay, so they've seen you once, they've had a conversation with you, they've received a text off you, maybe you sent them an email, then you sent them a postcard, then you've rung them up. Well, that's like 6 or 7 touches. That's how your marketing should be looking. And the final thing that I just want to talk to you about is when you decide to have your marketing strategy, okay, set a goal. Say, right, well, I'm going to do this marketing campaign. I want it to generate 50 leads for me. What do I have to do to make that happen? Okay, so don't work backwards and say, oh, let's put an ad in and see what happens. No, develop a campaign, put all of the moving pieces together, put a target for your end result, and then work towards making that campaign achieve that result for you. So they're the principles that I want you to follow when you do your marketing. Hope that helps. I'm pleased to say that the man that I'm about to introduce to you is the epitome of that. He does live life on his terms. He is the go-to person for many of the governments around the world when they want to seek advice. And I'd like to welcome him to the call. So John, you're there?
I certainly am.
Well, thank you for being on this call, John. I'm really looking forward to you sharing your insights with all of us. In all your dealings, you've dealt with pretty well the most successful people in the world, both financially, and I mean Soros, one of the most recognised traders in the world, and also people from a political level. So you can't get any higher than the most powerful person in the world, which is the president, obviously. So tell me, have you noticed any common denominators of success that you could share with us as the core fundamental principles perhaps behind how they reach their pinnacle of success? Is there anything that you could share with our listeners?
It's all about people and relationships. The one thing you find in common with all world leaders, whether it's Ronald Reagan, Margaret Thatcher, Barack Obama, they are fantastic networkers of people. Bill Clinton can remember the name, the name of the wife, and the golf handicap of every precinct worker in the United States, and there must be like 20,000 of them. I'm not kidding. I've seen him go into crowds, and it's, hey Bill, hey John, hey how's the wife, how's the backswing? You know, it's unbelievable. The guy's got a mind like a computer. And other major leaders, you know, you get to the top of your country, you probably are the best at networking also. And that's what's always impressed me with world leaders.
So you're telling me a lot of their success comes down to who they've managed to know and then not just know, but I guess connect with. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. And I can tell you, we have had a few presidents that weren't all that smart. You know, their relationships were all they had. Yeah, okay. I'm assuming you also, as I have, seen a lot of people that have failed, a lot of failures out there, and for one reason or another. I'm wondering if you saw any commonalities behind why a lot of people, in your opinion, don't achieve what they truly want to achieve in life. Well, there's two easy answers to that. One is that they don't learn from their mistakes. They keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. And second, they don't learn from other people's mistakes. And believe me, I have made a lot of mistakes. And if you subscribe to my service, you will benefit from all the mistakes I made. And there are a lot of those. Yeah. And believe me, you don't want to make some of the mistakes I made. You may not be able to walk away from it. Well, how do you manage and how do you juggle your work-life balance? Because I know there's a lot of entrepreneurs listening right now that actually get consumed by their business. They want to try to do the right thing. They want to provide for their family. They want to make sure their business is successful. But as a consequence, I see a lot of them absolutely make sacrifices that sometimes can have very dire consequences. How do you do the work-life balance? Well, it's very easy. Make your work your passion and make your work your recreation. That way it's not work anymore, it's fun. I love doing what I do. I wish I could find more hours of the day to do it. Anything I love doing as much as I do isn't work, it's fun. Alright, now getting to my favourite time of this program, and that is FAQ. What are the questions that are going on in your minds right now? Remember, go to Facebook, put your questions in. We love reading the feedback of what you think of our episodes. And we've got a question today coming from Adam T. Michael Adam T from Canberra. What's he got to say? Alright. Dear Ian, I am a kitchen maker, and as much as I know that I've got the best kitchens out there, I give the best service known, I take more care than anybody else of the people that buy from me, I don't seem to get the sales. All of my competitors get them. Can you please help me? Well, good question, Adam. Now, here's the reality. You may have the very best kitchen, but how are you letting the world know about it? And what is the reason you're giving them to do business with you rather than your competitors? Now, it's pretty simple that your sales system sucks. Okay, that your methodologies you're using are pretty lousy, because if you do give great pride in what you do and you deliver a great product and you care about your client, you should be getting more business than you can poke a stick at. But you've got to give them a reason to do business with you. So what I want you to do, Adam, is I want you to think about the guarantees that you can give. The really hairy, scary reasons why people should do business with you rather than your competitors. And when you can reverse the risk, when you can lower those fears that your prospects are having, then you're going to get the business. And guess what? Your competitors will probably be writing to me saying, "Dear Ian, Adam's getting all the business off me and it's just not fair." So that's what we want to see, Adam. And I promise you, if that kitchen cabinet maker turns up from Canberra, I won't answer their question because I've just answered yours. How good's your guarantee? Make it as strong, hairy and scary as you can possibly have it. Bye everybody. See you next time.